And we are live. Hello, 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 intuition of the soul peeps.
It is a vibe of the week.
Yeah.
What a week it's been,
Oh
and what a week
my.
it's going to be.
It's been, Kitty and I were just discussing the past crazy energy, at least for me, I can speak for myself, of the last 2 days. Really kind of crazy energy. I just, it's even almost was even hard to describe it to her. But then she goes, "Oh no, I get it." So that was
I
great.
do. I very much get it. And um, we had a great week.
Great.
Hi, Sue.
Hi,
Um,
Sue.
we want to thank Ian Parkin.
Oh,
It was a wonderful program, just enjoyable. And if you didn't have a chance to watch it, please do. But also, if you're
please.
new to Intuition of the Soul or you haven't checked it out, on YouTube, we have over 30 presentations that people have done for us, introducing to different ideas from
Yeah.
way back in 2021, or
Mm-hmm.
actually 2020, it
2020.
started.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
and
when we started.
now all the way through, we have
Yeah.
over 30 presenters, and they're amazing programs. But we want to thank Ian. That was
Oh,
great
yeah.
fun.
And
He'll be
even
back. He is great fun.
Ewan was it was so good that I even went and watched it today. I watched the replay because I thought I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything when I was in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Because it was so enjoyable. So absolutely watch that if you haven't already. And like
Hi,
Kitty said,
Sean.
we've had some great
Programs, yeah.
presenters. So again, if you're new,
And they're
or even if you're not new and you want to go back and watch someone rewatch a
oh, like
replay or
like
something.
Jay Schwed and the
Yeah.
healing meditation, and
Oh, there's just
Michelle
so many of
Brandenburg and
them.
Chrissy Newman, and just there's some amazing ones, and
Too many. Too
too
many.
many. And just so everybody realizes, those people all volunteer because they like the idea of introducing thoughts, and it's
Yeah.
not an advertisement for them. But of course, if you're
Yeah.
drawn to them and you resonate with them, contact them. Their information's there, and
Yeah.
so
And
so
and one last thing about Ian is he said it was so funny because he said, "I'll come back and here's what I want to talk about, but you write it down because I'll forget." So we're like,
yes,
"Okay,
and it's about
okay."
soulmates. So we are going to have him back. Go ahead.
Yes. And when he said that, I thought, "Ooh, I already had a couple people pop in mind that I
Yeah, he had
think would
Spirit have a
love
conversation
that
with him. Yeah.
information."
He said he had Spirit have a conversation with him. As a matter of fact, one of our presenters is watching right now, Tamara. Bridging
Okay.
Between Worlds. She's on. Hi, Tamara. So, it's wonderful. But again, go to our
Mhm.
YouTube channel, Intuition of the Soul. There is a list of former presenters for IOTS. They're all at an hour long. Feel free to watch them, share our channel. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. This is just to get information out there. That's the whole goal. So,
Yeah. That
a
is our
safe
goal.
place to
Safe
get some
place.
information. Yep.
And a variety. Just I mean, there's so many different
Let's see.
people that
Our ticker tape says it, creating spaces for soul connections, blissfully bridging. Yep. So
yep,
that's what it's from. So
absolutely.
let's
Let's vibe it out
start the
now, Chicky.
vibe.
All right. Well, here's what I got. This is weird because this doesn't really isn't a phrase that I typically say. But what I heard this morning when I was asking for the intention to get some messages for the collective and for the vibe, I heard feel the feels, feel the feels. And I thought, okay, give me some more spirit, feel the feels. And so basically, what it feels like is there's going to be a lot of energy. It might be a lot of energy that's up and down. Um, it's going to feel like almost riding the wave. And so, not to get too bogged down if you're on the crest of the wave, the top of the wave, or if you're going down, just kind of go with the flow and feel the feels because I think the energy, and Kitty will be able to talk about this, but I feel like the energy is going to be strong in different areas and different parts of this week. And so sometimes when you have really strong energy, it kind of throws a little curveball at you sometimes when you're not sure how to deal with it. So feel the feels kind of just feels like, hey, just buckle up and enjoy the ride kind of thing. You're going on the roller coaster, and there's really, now think about that. That's a good analogy. If you get put on a roller coaster at one of your favorite places to go, and you are, getting up to that top of the hill or even descending, and your belly's flopping all over, you can't just go, okay, stop, I want to get off. You're on it. You're on that ride until it subsides.
But it's a
And
short ride, and I think that that's a part of the point. It's a short ride. Even
exactly.
and I would tell you the stars this week. There are some master signs in their home territory, so it will bring up a lot of feelings and information. And meanwhile, good old Mercury retrograde is in contact with these outer planets, with Jupiter, who wants us to expand. And this is bigger information coming in. I mean, the
Yeah.
one card that I watched when Amy was shuffling that came flying out, perfect card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's I guess what I was thinking, feel the feels. And I love the point, Kitty, that it is short. Even though when you're on that roller coaster and you think, okay, I'm literally gonna either pass out, puke, or something, it's over, it's over in a relatively short amount of time. So the first cards that I got for my Metatron deck was Clarity, to go within. And this has been coming up every week for I don't know how many weeks, about the clarity and the go within. And it's still a message that is pertinent to the energy. And with clarity, you can feel the feels, ride out the roller coaster, and not get too bogged down um, by sometimes the emotion or the heaviness of some of the energies that might be coming through for you. And the other one I got was Endings, number 45. So, and you are held. And, for an endings card, I think this is beautiful because this to me doesn't look like a bad place to end up. So we can also look at this as that, by the time that this energy is subsided, look at the beautiful yellow, orange. I think of, the sacral, the solar plexus, even the blue, and the indigos, all those colors are there. But that's some things are going to end, and we've been feeling that energy because things have to be released for new things to come in. And so you've got, if you think about, I've got to clear this out to allow this to come in. And so there might be some endings for some of you for certain things. And then I got 22, Archangel Sandalphon is with you now. And Sandalphon is obviously the music. And what this means to me is, as you are riding the roller coaster of energy this week, don't forget to play, or don't forget to bring in that music or that joyful things that come into you, that are joyful to you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So music, and music is always excuse me, excuse me. Music is always something that can transport you to a different time. That can remind you. Music has a memory to it. Like you hear a song and you can immediately go back to where you were and stuff. So it feels like maybe you can do some soothing, some inspiring, some reminiscing to let go of things. But music, I think, could be a part of it this week. Um, and again, and just joyful. Music can be very joyful. Whether you're out there headbanging or, discoing or, tweaking out on some country. It doesn't really matter. Um, it just feels like that's a good energy for soothing, you know, um, for this week. And I know it's just it's hard to explain this energy, and Kitty will probably do a much better job of it, coming from how it's all lining up with all the planets. I'm just feeling it from a different way, and it's a little difficult, a little hard to explain. So the other cards that I pulled from the Light Seers Tarot, oop, sorry, love this deck, was the Page of Cups. And I like this card because the Page of Cups is a dreamer and he's thinking. And I love if you look really close, you see the little pig that's flying up there. And what's that expression when pigs fly? So I was looking at the description of it, and the one thing that popped out at me was, as you enjoy this time of strangely unique thinking, ensure that you are not being overly sensitive or blocking your own flow. And I thought, oh, perfect message. Perfect. It is unique. It is strange energy that's coming in, but don't let it block you. Don't let it block that flow. Go with it. Feel it. What does it feel like? Because there have been some strange energy. I felt it because when you're in that flow and you're just receiving that information that's new and that's coming in, it's all coming in for your greatest and highest good. Even though you might be on the roller coaster of getting things in and releasing, because this is ultimately right where you desire to be with that 10 of Pentacles, with everything, that joy, family, abundance, whatever it is for you that you're seeking to have more of, to have more abundance in, whatever area that is in your life, this is where they want you to be. So we're still going through that flow and we're still getting there. And it may not be there right now for you, but this is ultimately where it's headed. If you can just kind of ride it out and go with the flow. And then this is the card that Kitty was talking about, the High Priestess, number 2. I mean, she came flying out. She's like, you are not shoving me back in, and I'm not staying in that deck. And again, I think of the High Priestess is getting this information, all this spirit led information is being downloaded to her. She's getting it, she's thinking it. And maybe this is even somewhere that strangely unique energy or thoughts are coming in. But again, heed that message. Don't let them block you from your flow. Because if you are into the open and the receiving, the High Priestess has got so much to give you right now. And it's all for this. It's all for this. So if I can kind of wrap it back up, when pigs fly, this is where you're going to be, but the High Priestess is going to bring in some of that energy for you too, that's going to get you to this place over here, to the 10 of Pentacles. You're not quite there yet. You will be. There's still some clarity, some things being clarified for you, and information bringing in to give you that clarity, but you need to go within. And there might be some endings to this, but if you think about it, that this has to leave so this can come in, it's fine. And don't forget to be joyful in that flow. And it just feels like music is a really big message. Use music to kind of help you stay in that flowing type energy. So that's what I have, Kitty. I'm going to hand it over to you now, and I'll let you tell us what's in the heavens and the stars for us.
Well, pigs are flying. I mean, that's kind of what's happening is, we always talk about, oh, the energy, but it really has been this last 6 weeks. There's a peacefulness now that's coming through in that clarity. Um, if you've been trying to tune into it. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have your ups and downs, but yet there are a lot of other indicators out there that there's, oh, look at this is crazy, and this inflation, and you can get caught up in it. Or I know there are quite a few of us who are just tapped into this other that's going on at the same time. So, today is an interesting day. Our friend Joanne talked about numerology wise, she's our master numerology person. It's 11, it's 22, and it's 33. Three master
Wow.
numbers in the combinations of the numbers. And today is a bridge. It is so Mercury headed back into Taurus today. And this is the area it was covering in those eclipse energy, and the eclipse energies will be with us for a long time. But that particular week between it, up until the full lunar eclipse in Scorpio on the 16th, was for a lot of people just kind of like things were. And there's Mercury's now gone back to visit this area internally. There are these conversations that now are bringing things up again and awakening. And at that time, it was looking at them, and now it's making a decision about acting on them, because we have Jupiter sitting there in Aries, wanting to expand us, and in conjunction with all the outer planets, which is about spirit. It's about transformation. It's about this planet of spirit. It's about the awakening or chaos, depending how you tune into it. And so today, Mercury entered Taurus. And this year, Taurus is we just moved into Gemini last week, but Taurus has been a huge player. Now, it's in Gemini. We're in Gemini, and so Mercury is at home in Gemini. So even though it's back retrograde in Taurus, its home energy is all around it. So this is a really deep conversation and wanting you to get ready to experience. Jupiter in Aries is pushing you to experience. And then this week we have Mars, your will, a personal planet of will, moving into Aries, its home sign. And it's the ultimate male sign. And so it is about what are you going to express to begin with. It doesn't mean I have the clarity to lay out my plan, but there is a push to begin small things that you're awakening to that is, picking up speed, but a peaceful journey. So I get just feels those feelings as they come. Just feels the feels as it comes, whether it comes energetically, whether it comes very earthly, whether it comes in your mind, whether it comes, which one am I missing? Oh, emotionally, water, one of the elements. Just feel those feels as they come in, whatever energy they come in on. Because also, at the end of the week, Venus and Mars have been traveling together. Venus moves in to Taurus, and Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And so we have the ultimate female energy and the ultimate male energy in their home signs. So they're multiplied. So there is an expressive need this week because that's the male energy, and there's a receptive need this week. That's the female energy. So those feels, whether I need to take an action or I need to sit quietly. And that's what it's going to be feeling like a lot of this week. Meanwhile, the moon is also moving through Gemini, or Pisces, Aries, and then into Gemini, Taurus and Gemini. So even the private energy this week is working in those same planets. In a chart, it's just this really narrow, and those are the themes of flow, the themes of starting, the themes of home and value, and the themes of experience. So experiencing your home, how you value it, how you flow in creating your life. We're in a real narrow group of energies this week, and Mercury stays retrograde till the 3rd of June. So this little piece of Taurus we're going over, which will take us all the way back to right around the eclipse. We're going to go over 3 times. We've gone over it once. Now we're heading backwards for Gemini to communicate, and then it will come forward again from there. And when Mercury was in Gemini, it was in its ruling sign. So the fact that at some point we're going to have three planets, all inner planets, Mars, Mercury, and Venus in their home signs means that is powerful. That's about receiving, expressing, and communicating. So be writing thoughts down. If be very aware of what you say, and also aware what other people are saying. What do you want to participate in? So that's really
Ah,
our
mhm.
our vibe of the week. That's enough to know right there. And today was this Master Bridge Day, 11. 11 being who we are, one falls away, one remains. It's the portal. 22 being the master teacher, and well, actually, 22 being the master builder, and 33 being the master teacher. So, wow,
Wow.
big time. This
Yeah.
week, a lot of those transitions, and then up until, and when Mercury goes direct, it will enter Gemini. I'm just checking my calendar, folks. It will enter Gemini again on the 13th of June. So, up until the 13th of June, that particular day now, we will have those three planets in their home sign all getting ready for this and the communicating, because with Gemini in Taurus, or with Mercury in Taurus, we're talking about values and stabilization, but communicating them internally. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing you said that stuck out to me was the whole, not only what you're communicating, but what kind of communication you're participating in. So
that's
as
very
well
important.
as what you're hearing in. So like
And what
if it's not serving you, stop.
Well, and here's all of this energy, personal energy. These are personal planets, daily energies going ahead. Meanwhile, in the background, we have Jupiter talking to all of these bigger energies, communicating energies. And so it's getting information. So it's kind of feeding it in because Jupiter expands us. So as
Mhm.
we're dealing with our personal energies, this other higher energy is coming in to expand us. So, whew.
Exactly. And I just feel like that we can take in just, I guess the message or what kind of stuck out to me was just, yeah, what you're taking in as far as communication. Because there's so much stuff that you can, that can be input, news, gossip, this kind of stuff. And it made me feel like that's where my head went, was like, tune it off, shut it off, don't participate. That kind of
Well,
whole thing, that
right,
kind of vibe
and
came
speak
to
to
me.
yourself and speak to others like you would want to be spoken to, but also
Yeah.
speak to yourself that way.
Golden rule.
Yeah. But for yourself too, we often don't remember with ourselves.
Yeah. Well, so the last couple cards I got were express your feelings. So feel those feels, express them.
Feel those feels, whatever, however you feel the feels. It's not always the emotion, it could be the energy, it could be your thoughts, it could
Good
be
point, and I'm glad you pointed that out because that didn't really actually come to me right away. But as soon as you said it, I thought, good point. That's why we work so well together. And your beliefs are right for you.
ding ding
So
ding 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 ding. Yes.
your beliefs are right for you. And there again, that's part of that whole communicating thing. You don't have to get in an argument. You don't have to throw your beliefs in someone's face, but just know that, you know what, your beliefs are right for you. And sometimes a good part of communicating is knowing when to walk away from a conversation as opposed to being in it. Um,
Our dear friend Daphne in her book, You Do You.
yeah, you,
Sometimes I have to say that to myself. You do you, you know.
right.
So,
And what is it? Someone else. I'm trying to think who says this, and I can't think of who says this. But it's kind of like what other people think of you is none of your business. Who says that? Who said that?
uh, I know that that's a saying in 12-step programs, Al Anon and stuff.
Okay.
What people think
I've
of you
heard
is
it
none of your
somewhere,
business.
but it is
My
kind of
life is
funny.
barely my business.
Right. And so what other people think of you is none of your business. I love that. And
Yeah,
then you don't worry about it.
then you don't worry
Life
about it.
can be so simple. And again, I can't say it enough. Watch Ian. He is he is not a simple man by and it he lives his life simply, but he is very wise, has a lot of wisdom, very successful, but he has this simplicity about him that you think, wow, he's just kind of a, you got to
Oh,
watch him. I don't know. I got to
you do.
stop
You have to
talking.
watch them, and please go back and watch. I mean, um,
Yeah.
Jeanette has a peacefulness about her.
Yeah,
Um,
and those are the people that I'm drawn to, those people that have figured out how to do it in a simple, calm, peaceful way. That's what I've been drawn to.
you know,
Yeah.
we had Jen Drast who did the Byron Katie work for us. There's just so
Yeah.
many things in the library that you can go and
Yes.
go check them
Please
out.
check
So
them out. Yeah,
check
check
them out.
them out. And you don't
So
even need to have a library card
nope, nope.
or know the Dewey Decimal System.
And there's no due date.
There's
So
no due date and Dewey Decimal. All right, people.
anyway, I'm Kitty.
I'm Amy J. Thank you for watching Vibe of the Week. Until next week, have a great week
And
and
aloha
aloha oi.
oi.
Bye for
Bye.
now.